Welcome to TrutherTube. It's Matt AM Mystic Skywatcher. It's Tuesday, March 16th, 2021, approximately 12:30 p.m., reporting out of North Metro Atlanta, Georgia. All right, guys, I've told you on my other channel that I'd come on here and present some of the things that have been crossing my mind and correlating to our present timeline. Remember, I have to dance around my words and be a little vague on what I'm talking about. But as truth seekers, you guys are smart, and know how to decipher our code language that us YouTubers have to use to be on this platform. So I'm going to go to a video by this channel called John Boy. And if you haven't been over there, maybe you want to check out his channel. He put this video out yesterday, and I was like, wow, beautiful video of showing this to everyone you know and saying what is happening, waking them up. I think this video should be spread out on Twitter and all social media platforms, because this would wake somebody up. Well done. And this is his channel, John Boy. Check him out. Oh, look at this. This platform always likes to personalize videos instead of having the all, which I push for all my channels that I watch, because I want to see everything. I'll decide what I want to watch, not YouTube. All right, here we go. John Boy, check him out. I just read no sound. They're pulling this game again. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 if you can hear me. If not, let me know some which way in the chat if you can hear me, because the important thing about this video is that the music, the sound, the frequency put with this video is perfect. It's very much puts you in the feeling of exactly what's going on here. Is that we are in major danger because they are spraying us heavily like we're cockroaches. I need to know if you can hear me. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, let's go back to this video. This video should be shared, I believe, on social media platforms. And when I'm done on here, I'll go ahead and share this on Twitter, because this video needs to know, wake up these idiots, these fools that think those are contrails. What's happening? This is going on worldwide. I put it on my Skywatch playlist if you want to watch them or spread those videos that I put from all kinds of Skywatchers worldwide. because what is happening? So I'm going to share this video from the beginning again. And if there's no sound, let me know. Okay, I'd like to stop it right there because that's the sign that I filmed in the sky 2 days ago. The same exact anarchist sign. Look at that in my skies that I did a live stream above my house. That's the same pattern. All right. This is going on all over our country right now in many areas. But certain areas get it really low, and with these blatant signs, different ritual signs, I believe. Okay. Yes. The dragon spirit, like T-Man has said, he loves everyone's dragon spirit, right? And I'll show that video. We are in a dragon ritual, I believe, per the Illuminati. And this is part of it because they're covering up the dragon in the sky. They're trying to show us signs. And they're constantly throwing down shit to dumb the masses and their brains and how we think, and lithium to dull the masses so they don't protest, riot, and everything above. This is really deep. I'm going to finish this video. This really infuriates me. You guys got to know, showing this, because this is what's been going on in my area heavily for the last week or so, a little bit more. And these people are criminals that allow this to happen, which is within our whole makeup of this country. Wow, I'm really shocked. Really, there's no sound. I mean, that is shocking. I've done everything that I normally do. I mean, what the hell? How could there be no sound? What I can do is refresh that video and see what happens. Did you see where the hawks are flying up in it? I've noticed, and I've had it in a lot of my videos that I recorded of these criminals doing this criminal activity up there in our skies. The hawks like to fly in it, and they go right up in it like that. And then there'll be a bunch of them. And I mean, see, look at this. It's really wild. Is it because of what they're attracted, what they're spraying? I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand what attracts the hawks to always go swarm in it. You would wonder. You would wonder. Can you hear it now? Okay. You don't hear the music in that video, huh? That really sucks. Because I have 2 open tabs that I'd like to share, but that's okay. I can, I'll do it. Hold on, guys. Very strange. I always have technical difficulties. Like even clicking buttons. It's really strange. Can you hear it now? Okay, excellent. I just have to keep my microphone on. Okay, so look at that. You see the eagle, the hawks? They're always flying up there. I don't know what attracts them to it, but there's something up with that. I notice it all the time. Remember, again, this was yesterday. Mine was the day before, just like this. Last 2 days, this is their pattern. Look at that. Yeah, it looked like that here too for the last couple days. Just that same pattern too. They're really laying it heavy on us, and you gotta know that what's up there is no good. What comes up goes up, must come down, and we're in so much danger. So is everything on this planet. Look at that. It's like a wheel in the sky almost. Or witchcraft, black magic. I mean, that's a grid system. That looks like a complete net cage grid system that they're infusing whatever's up there into us. That is just horrific.
It focuses on rebuilding the backbone of this country.
Here's the video.
Families, the middle class, people who built this does one more thing. It focuses on rebuilding the backbone of this country. Working families, the middle class, people who built this country. As I said last week, it's one thing to pass a historic piece of legislation like the American Rescue Plan, and it's quite another to implement it. And the devil is in the details.
All right, you heard it straight from the devil's mouth. The devil's in the details, because they tell you. They have to tell us. And that's what I was talking about right there. When he said that, my mouth was just like on the floor. I had to pick up my jaw. I mean, come on. Yeah, the devil's in the details, isn't it? It sure is. It sure is. Criminals. Okay. Yeah, that this blows my mind. When I have to come on here and show this kind of stuff, this is where I start getting disturbed and it starts getting too real. So, yeah. That's why it was hard for me to come on here in the last few months anyways, because these criminals, it's to a level of, I mean, insanity, because people are going along with it. And that's what I wanted to show you, is that we have some people going along with it, most people, then we have a very small amount, who are actually doing things like this and what I'm doing and you're doing and many people.
How you doing? Check it out. We're burning that mask. Guys, how you doing? Check it out. We're burning that mask.
All right. So this is the burn the mask ritual, you could call it too. But it's burn the mask. They're just getting these groups together. This is in California. This is an excellent channel if you want to watch. They're going to protest all the time and filming things that happen in California. They do road trips, but this is a great channel, Oreo Express. And I've been watching them for the last, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months. And yeah, definitely check out this channel if you like that type of content, because I watch a lot because I want to keep informed of what's going on a tight basis of everywhere. So I try to take a lot in, and this is what's going on. Burn that mask. I told you guys about this. I want to share just a little bit of their video, and you can come and watch the rest if you'd like. Here we go. Burn that mask.
Party!
All right, apparently I triggered the AI, of course. So we gotta wait a minute because I was naughty with my words. I shouldn't said the name too many times. This right here is what probably triggered the old YouTube to buffer this video. Okay, let's talk about this picture though. You see the waves in that video in the sky? That is not normal. That's controlled by heart. Wow. Now now it's going on to something totally different. The next video. We'll go back, and I'm just going to pause that.
Requires fist.
Oh boy. Oh gosh. Okay, so you guys did see that. They're having this I mean, this is on YouTube. Why can't I show it?
Guys, how you doing? Check it out. We're burning that mask. Guys, how you doing? Check it out. We're burning that mask.
Oh, at this point, it's too funny. I'm having too many technical difficulties with this video to show you. Okay.
Look at this turnout right here. Blows my mind, man. For the first one ever, what a great group of people. What a great group of independent thinkers. What a great group of lions, not sheep, right? Doesn't it feel good when you walk into the grocery store and you get to just walk right through and you watch all these half-dead zombies walking through with these masks on, and you look at them like, don't you know you don't have to wear that?
Yeah, half-dead zombies.
I know you guys have seen that meme. It's not even my favorite one. It's that one from...
All right.
They stick up the where's that? Hunger Games.
Yeah, it is about to be Hunger Games. This is just too funny what they're doing to my videos right now. Making it hard for me to stream. Sorry, guys. But see those skies right there? That is intense. That's in California. This is going on, like I said, worldwide.
In the grocery store, you're like this. You just let them know, hey, right? So what we're doing here, guys, is we're showing everyone that there are awake people. I don't want to say woke because all those Democrats say that they're woke and they're not. They're asleep. We're awake, right? We're different. right? We understand our rights. We understand that the government is too big and oppressive. We understand that the government has completely overreached and infringed on our rights. And by doing so has given us an opportunity to wake up, has given us an actual opportunity to start doing our own research and our own investigation of what our rights are, so that now we can actually stand up and defend ourselves. Because if you don't know what your rights are, you give them away so easily. And that's exactly what's happened in our current situation. Too many people are asleep, not enough people are awake. This is a demonstration of how awake we are. This is a demonstration to the government, to everyone out there, to let you know that your mandates don't mean shit.
I agree. That was great. They don't mean shit. Because they don't, unless we allow it to happen. And that's why we got to speak out. And this is a great video. Go over there at Oreo Express and finish the rest. He's right. Too many people are asleep, and there's not enough numbers. And that's why I wanted to show you this video, Oreo Express. And if you want to watch the rest, because not enough in numbers. And I'll tell you why. Because I watched this other video I'm about to show you that was in New York, where they try to get people out there on the streets. Hold on. And nobody was showing up. Nobody's showing up, really. I mean, trying to get people to, come, at least think freely, but no. They all pulled out their camera and almost like was using it as a weapon. Like, I'm going to show this on my social media. So they were basically antagonizing. They weren't really, everybody's just walking around in the city with their mask on. It's incredible. Let me show you. Let me find that video. Now that the video, now that I'm able to do what I need to do, they're messing with my stream, as always. The robots. The generators of our words. Damn, they had me on mute. There I was talking to you guys. All right, look at these mindless zombies walking. There are going to be some people that come up and take video or pictures. Probably go post on our social media saying, look at these anti-maskers. You think more people be coming up here and engaging? Nope. That's how you know that we are in major danger. When people in large, massive cities like this go along with it, you know that there's not many of us and too many of them. There's a lady without a mask. Congratulations. That was the first one. Congratulations on breathing toxic air, but being freer than that. It's just wild, man. All Oh boy. I don't like this. See, this is where it's going to become the civil war between the people of the anti-vaxxers and no maskers to the people that are totally bending over to their government and doing what they want. So I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. When I see this kind of garbage go on, look at this. So afraid. I can tell you that these people are not that afraid, because I have a video. This is a channel if you want to finish watching that video in full, or you find that his information interesting, because he does all kinds of protests in New York. Shows the garbage going on in New York City. Chaser here. The thing is that in Italy right now, they're about to go in lockdown if they haven't already. But yesterday, dang it, man. Complications with the damn anything I'm doing. All right. So the thing is that, and look at that. How many times are I going to put that there? The thing is in Italy, they're going on lockdown. Italians flock around the city before new lockdown. Now, this is how you know that the people can't think for themselves and they're too poisoned. Because look at how close they are. There's no, like, they're right up against each other and they got their mask either up or down, but they're not, that means they're not quite sure about anything, because they would either be on one side of the fence or on the other. So obviously, they're enjoying their last day of freedom for lockdown, and this is really just telling in every which way. Hold on.
Things are changing by the day. Up-to-date information on Google was so important.
Okay, here we go. Just look at these people. I'm not going to play the whole video. But look at how close they are to each other. Lots don't have masks. Sitting there on their phones, getting 5 or 4G'd, which is toxic. Everybody has got their frequency device, smart tracker in their pocket, i.e. smart device. So look at masks, no masks, next to each other, yada yada. So my point being is, yeah, they're about to go into lockdown, but these people are not doing anything about their own genocide. Look at, do you see anybody dropping dead? Do you see anybody dropping dead, coughing, anything? Sick people lay in bed and feel sick until they get better. Then they get up and are out and about. These people, no, they're all good. Now, a lot of people know a lot of people that have died from the old virus. I can tell you, I still haven't met anybody that knows anybody that's croaked from the old virus. So it's interesting where they get their numbers and how they do it. I've talked about that, and I got to be careful because my video will go down if I do. So, on that note, yeah, it's a farce, guys. It's a real farce. Okay. It's called The Takeover by the NWO, New World Order. Okay, so you remember this psyop going down, which was on ESPN, and it was Kobe Covington with the Dragon Energy and T-Man. Just want to play this because
In terms of how you expected
No,
this
this is
fight to play out, and then what actually happened in the in terms of how you
okay, before I play it, if it will let me play it. Oh. the worst complications on the stream
When the
today.
pandemic hit,
No, that's not the video I wanted.
things are changing by
Sorry,
the
folks.
day.
On my channel, if they don't like what I'm talking about, I'll have all kinds of issues. Sound, this type of stuff. I can be thrown off my own stream. The buffering wheel, the wheel from hell. Yeah. Okay. So the Dragon Energy. That's what's going on above in our skies because we have Dragon Energy coming in our atmosphere, and we have the demonic forces working within our atmosphere that should not be working. They're dragon
In terms of
rituals.
how you expected this fight
Okay,
to play out,
here we
and then
go.
what actually happened in the octagon. Was it similar to how you believed this was going to go?
Yeah, it was exactly how I envisioned it. I knew I was going to break him. It was just a matter of time. And I just cemented myself, as the greatest welterweight of all time. No one's finished him. These last guys, they took him to decision. Marty Fake Newsman, some other guy from the streets that no one's ever heard of. So no one's ever finished him like that and beat him that dramatically. So this is the best I've ever looked. And oh, the police is calling me. Mr. President. Oh my God! Wow!
You gonna put that on speaker for us or what?
Mr. President.
We're gonna try and get Donald on speakerphone. Let's see.
Thank you so much.
You might want to just give him a warning. He is on speakerphone though.
I don't know what happened there. Okay. This is so
This is a
fake.
first.
So set up, so acted, so scripted. But there's a point here being the Dragon Energy.
Thank you so much.
You are a great fighter, man. That's it. You make it so easy out of that. Congratulations. I wanted to watch that fight today. I wanted to watch it. You were great.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. You gave me the Dragon Energy when you shook my hand. You gave me the Dragon Energy when you shook my hand.
Oh, they don't like this. Okay, I've tried to play it many times. This is the Lion Truther. Okay, there you go. The Dragon Energy. That is a symbolic word. There's something to it. It's part of their ritual, the dragon ritual going on per the Illuminati. So the Dragon Energy. And this is all that ESPN video is total psyop, staged, obviously coerced. Yep. So that's what I got to say about that. It's just too crazy. Somehow they put it on here that many times on my playlist. I only put it on there once. They put it on there 4 times. Oh boy. Look at this. Let me see if I can play the rest. Look at this.
Standing here beside you, want so much to give you love in my heart that I'm feeling for you. Never say we're crazy. I feel my friend.
You gave me the dragon energy when you shook my hand. Huh?
That is something, man. I gotta say, that Colby guy, there's something up with him. He does not look right. He looks like a damn clone or a cyborg of some sort, and his eyes. I've seen some interesting things go on with these people that are far out in the old conspiracy realm. So, yeah, the old dragon energy. Okay, guys, yeah. This is, there's 2 videos here from Mud Fossil University that you should go watch. If you haven't been over to Mud Fossil University, let me show you a little bit of both videos what I'm talking about. These 2 videos, if I can get this to work, are important because this correlates with a lot of things that our governments and the world leaders are hiding from people. And there's been first DNA proof of a giant humans here on Mud Fossil University. And then you can also go and check out this. This is what I'm talking about. There's something going on in our atmosphere they're not discussing, and here he's pinpointed it. This is Mud Fossil University. If I can get the right video to get up here. No, this is not the right video. Hold on.
So it's 10:30 on a Wednesday, and apparently I've sold close to $3,000.
Give me a minute. Here it is. Yes. All right.
Everyone manages their money differently. So why are you investing in a one-size-fits-all portfolio? With them?
Mud Fossil University 5G atmosphere expansion discussed. This is important to listen to what he has to say. This is worth the 12 minutes to understand the dynamics of why I'm showing you my skies and everybody else does and what's going on all around. These energy, these frequencies are being used against us and how it is scientifically explained right here. 12 minutes, let's watch it. Mud
Okay,
Fossil.
my friends, I'm hoping somebody from this Aurora Borealis Observatory or someone will take an interest in what I've been looking at and understand. They're showing here the strongest corona ever recorded. All right, the corona is the violent impact of the rays of the sun hitting space. And that's why the corona way out here away from the sun is millions and millions of degrees. On the surface, only 6,000 degrees. It's because all the particles shooting out smash into the outer atmosphere, creating a heat zone. Exactly like the Earth. We shoot out particles, well, the particles actually coming to the Earth, smash into the Earth, and create a zone around the Earth of heat and ionization, which is electrons. All right, here's the ionosphere. It varies from minus 99 degrees to 440 degrees Fahrenheit, depending upon what is impacting it. And if you look at the science overview, they talk over here about sources of fundamental features of the ionosphere. The ionosphere is formed primarily when the most energetic components of the solar spectrum shooting at us, X-rays, extreme ultraviolet, anything that's highly energetic, impact the illuminated side of the Earth. That's why it's so high temperature. It's being combusted.
These high energy photons strike the daytime side of the Earth, ionizing the upper atmosphere and losing energy in the process. They are feeding electrons into our atmosphere. That's how they're losing their energy. As the beam penetrates the atmosphere, the ionizing beam becomes weaker and weaker, leaving behind a layer of electrons, which is ionization. Part of the energy goes into heat as well as into ionizing the air. Yes, and it doesn't escape because we are scrubbing through these other particles. They're not letting them go away. Now back to...
Yep.
It's a fact. In the new economy, average people are becoming millionaires faster and easier than ever before. But
say it isn't so. And I'm not one of them. Okay. Let's talk about this as soon as it would go back to the video. Here we go. All right. The expansion, the ions in the air. That's why I've noticed, like, the last couple weeks, the static electricity, this dry air, and in my house, because I can get shocked all day long, and my bed has, like, my blanket literally has so much static electricity in it. It was like about last weekend. And I noticed also my kids are on the trampoline, and we're around there, our hair is going like everywhere because it's like there's so many ions and compressing, like you said, and that they're doing it through frequencies. That's why it's important to listen to them.
Back
This
to the
video.
Aurora Borealis people. That's the strong solar corona. Now, is the sun putting out more energy, or are they seeing it from here? Because we're looking through more energy, it's creating more energy as it impacts. I think that's the case, that they're not really looking outside of our atmosphere to see that corona. Because here's what I'm finding, and it's not good. It's not good at all. This is the first ever electron tornado that they've discovered, swirling mass of electron tornado, first time observed above Earth. And here it is. It's because our Earth is spinning through a dense soup of electrons. That pushes our electrons this way. And when it does, it lights them up. That's the push to shove. It's called push to shove, creates glow. We are spinning through, well, we're spinning really this way. And our atmosphere is scrubbing the atmosphere that sits up here. So it's forcing electrons down into our atmosphere, creating a tornado. That sucker sat there for hours. Listen to this. Scientists said last week that was a previously unknown phenomenon. It never happened before because we never had so many electrons.
Exactly.
Electrons, upper atmosphere raining electrons instead of water. And it was a tornado. And they said it lasted for hours. I can't remember. It's down here somewhere. You could see flows of plasma going around, which were like winds of a space hurricane. It's because our Earth is spinning against them, and they're creating exactly identical to a generator, forcing electrons into us. And that makes them go around our poles. But now there's just so many, as they circle the poles again, they're doing this, and they're forcing the poles out and scrubbing harder and harder. It's really getting pushed to shove way too much interaction. Okay, this is John Glenn, 1962, going into space and coming up and seeing the darkness of space, and then in front of him and trailing behind him are all these brilliantly lit little star-like objects. Those are hydrogen atom cores, and they are being bombarded and absorbing the particles of light coming in, brilliantly lit up, so they get hot. It gets up to 440 degrees Fahrenheit in the range he's in. And additionally, he won't be able to hear ground control because he's in amongst a zillion electrons exploding all over the place. And he sees them, he's freaked out. I don't blame him. Watch. Now don't forget, he's going to say he's just coming up into the sunrise. You see them how just they're almost just like laying there. He says they're hardly moving, and they're 7 or 8 feet apart. He was very specific. He said about a 16th of an inch, what he can see of the light apart, and they stay apart because they are doing this.
Now here in this video, I have to say I'm listening to his theory here. I don't know if I would agree with that because it could be other things than what they're saying. So I don't know about that. I'm just going to say that doesn't go along with I question it.
Is in the center. Okay, these are the particles. But they control big regions. So there's one over here, one over here, one over here, one over here, 8 inches apart or 8 feet apart or whatever he's saying. Now out in space, I've been watching the Russians doing their plasma experiments in zero gravity like this. There's no gravity here. So they can push away as much as they want. And then they feel comfortable at this distance. And they're still being impacted by space though. And these glowers are the ones absorbing the radiation is coming in. He says they're ahead of them, they're below them, they're swirling. That whole range of ionosphere is just waiting to accept the particles coming in. And it stops anything that is in that 5G range because when they hit, they explode and glow and push each other 8 feet apart. And that's what's going to happen to the particles on Earth. It's going to be a nightmare. So then I went on to say that I study these very deeply, and the particles are saturating in space. They're saturated.
Saturated, all right. I can see that. See, they stopped the video.
New atomic research, which I have been doing, which is the electron flood theory, shows that we are literally blowing up. And this is what space really consists of. This is saturated with electrons everywhere. They're spitting out from everywhere. So, and from every other luminous source in the body. Primarily where, towards us, is where the push to shove is. That is forcing electrons down into our layer. Because these electrons are still pushing down against us. Not as hard as with the sun.
They did it again. Sorry guys, they don't like me showing this, obviously.
Rays, but they're still pushing down. We're scrubbing against them. They're not, we can push them out a little bit, but it's nothing like what's good. They're pushing harder in than we can push them out. Now, what's happening down on Earth? We're putting 5G down here. 5G does what? 5G is millimeter wavelength frequency, and that splits water. And what happens when water splits? 1,700 times bigger it becomes. That means our... Okay, let's just start with this. Isaiah 27.1, we're using King James Version.
Okay, now, this is his channel, Mud Fossil University. This video here, if you're interested in proof of giant humans, here it is. First DNA proof. That is a finger of a giant and part of the finger with blood all around it. He has the proof. Okay, so on that note, let me see if there was any other videos that I wanted to show you guys, and I get these off my playlist that I've saved here so I can talk about them. Yeah, I think the dragon energy is this horrible genocide program being run on humanity. And everything's being intoxicated. The birds flying up there, to the earthworms in the ground, to the trees, to the water, to everything living on this planet. How are we letting that happen? It just is beyond me. Why are we letting this happen? There's more to it. Not only a genocide program and eugenics. They're doing something more than meets the eye, let's say. That's why it's per the Illuminati. Let's talk about how EMS affect your body, because that's what's been going on with me for the last few months now that I have a smart meter on my house again. After 2 years of not having one, they put one back on my house. So we can talk about the effects and what it does to your body. Because damn, I'm tired all the time. I have burning legs at times. I have headaches. The list goes on of what happens. Hold on. Check out John Boy's channel. Okay, here it is. It is on the video. Okay. These are, you won't believe it. And I know because I have an EMF reader. And I measured things in my house. Measured everything in my house that uses electricity, including the smart meter. You would be shocked. Computers, your laptops, your phone, everything. Toxic, toxic, toxic. Maybe I'll be able to show it or not. I tripped off the old AI there. Yep, I got the old buffering wheel, which means I was naughty with the words I was using, and they tagged my video and said, "Oh, this is a threatening YouTuber. She's telling too much truth and showing people things that might and protect them and save their lives, and do something about tyranny." That's what it all comes down to. So just give me a minute. I refreshed it, but they're not going to let me do anything about it for a minute. Yep. That's why I keep my videos over here that I try to show on this channel, and all my truth that I just don't show videos, and my personal truth over on my other channel. So, yeah. Because you get tagged in different
When we're
ways.
exposed to EMFs, our bodies are electrical at the base level anyway. When we talk about signals that go from our brain or even at the cellular level, when we're exposed, to those, what is happening, even at the cellular level or a little bit bigger.
Well, what's happening, first of all, is these holes in our cell membranes. And so that's causing calcium leakage. And calcium, it needs to be in a very narrow range in the body to do all of the things that it does. And so that's changed. The calcium inside and outside the cell is no longer in balance because of these holes, because they're leaking out. In fact, they've done autopsies on autistic kids, and their brains show all this calcium imbalance throughout their brain. And so these electromagnetic radiations are, first of all, causing those holes. Then they cause oxidation damage. And that oxidation damage, it just raises havoc at the level of the cell. It's breaking our DNA. It breaks both single and double-stranded DNA. So the difference between these radiations and nuclear ionizing, the nuclear and X-ray and all that is called ionizing, and it breaks the DNA immediately. These radiations are slower as far as breaking the DNA. They vibrate the DNA until it finally does break. It still breaks, just takes longer. And it's all cumulative. They put the lead apron on you in the dental chair because ionizing radiation is cumulative. Well, this is cumulative too. So the people who find me who are sick, like I was, I became very sick from electromagnetic radiation. I'm very sensitive to it. And so by the time they find me, they are very, very sick, and they're usually been around radiation a long time, usually toxic, have some type of heavy metal poisoning or pesticides, or just eating today all the pesticides in our food. So they are the ones with the toxic load and being around the radiation a long time, so the cumulative level is totally raised, are the ones who are as sick as I was. What happened for me was that being in California, by the time the smart meter installations got into our area, into our city, a judge had ruled it can't be mandatory. And so we opted out. Call it a permanent opt-out list. We called the electric company and said we want to be opted out. I educated our neighbors, got the neighbors on both sides to opt out. So when they started rolling out the smart meters on our street, I thought, hey, I'm fine. Nothing around me. They started on Monday morning. Thursday afternoon, I had a rash on my ankle, itchy rash. And I knew I had a doctor's appointment the next week. I thought, well, I'll ask her what it is. And in a week, the rash was all the way up my leg, totally solid up my leg. And she looked at it. She goes, well, it's some type of inflammation. It's not scabies. And she gave me some herbs to calm the skin down. Didn't help a bit. And in 30 days, I had a rash head to toe. Head to toe. I could not pick up my cell phone. If I turned it on, I'd get itchy buddy sores erupting on my ankle within seconds. I couldn't be on a computer anymore, itchy buddy sores up my mouse arm. And I was only halfway through writing my first edition of my EMF Freedom radiation book, and I had to go work. I couldn't work. Then I also found out that if I was around anybody's cell phone, it would feel like a sharp knife in me. Just horrible knives. 10 people, 10 knives. 100 people, 100 knives. I even quit going out in public because it was so painful. And if I walked near my neighbor's house that had a smart meter, knife, same sharp knife. And I found out about grounding. And grounding, I was going down to the beach, and there weren't smart meters along the buildings on the beach yet. I could lay on the beach and I'd feel better. I would recover. But then they started rolling out the smart meters on the buildings next to the beach. And I'd lay on the beach and start feeling the knife again. So I am definitely electromagnetic sensitive. I've been on computers since they were invented. I've been a researcher, so I've been on them 12, 14 hours a day. When I have a book coming to publication, sometimes 7 days a week even. So I have been on the computers a lot. Plus I have a history of mercury poisoning. 15 years ago, I almost died from mercury from the dental, from the fillings in my teeth. So I know I have this mercury. Half of the people who find me have a history of mercury poisoning too. They know they've been exposed to mercury. And so what happens is that you open up all the cells, you open up the protective barriers, and that mercury's, come on in, destroy me. I mean, literally, that's what's happening with the electromagnetic radiation.
Incredible, folks. Yep, that's what's going on, and it's happening to all of us. And some people are more sensitive than the others because you have more metals in your body. This is itube.com. Hold on. That was the channel. Check that channel out. A lot of informative information. Yep, that's why you guys got to go and detox your body. And I have to do it more so, too. I already have a lot of problems with the old Morgellons. Symptoms and disease. They call it disease. I don't. I believe it's just you could get rid of it if you detox your body. It's a work in progress. Everybody should be detoxing every day, all day. All right. Obviously, I have problems streaming, so I'm gonna end my stream. But I thought I'd throw up that information and remember about the dragon energy that they're that's some type of ritual they're doing. Because we see it in the skies. We've never seen these pink skies like we do at sunset. The skies don't lie. And what I've showed you, and you guys know, because you guys are sky watchers, and you guys look up, and you're aware of the genocide program that's being performed on humanity worldwide. There's children starving worldwide. There's people starving worldwide. There's people jumping borders worldwide because their countries are so rotten and they're performing tyranny worldwide. All these world leaders are in on it. So it's up to the people in numbers to make the 100th monkey project happen. And if you don't know what that is, I've done a video on it recently. Not recently, it's been the last few months on it on this channel. Go look at the 100th Monkey Project. It's the unity of consciousness that I've been talking about. That if we all keep on that same unity of consciousness, it will spread on to the other groups worldwide and change things. So that's it. What's up, Bass Hunter? Thanks, Debbie, for coming out. And Zoo Scott, I appreciate you guys coming by. Watch for tornadoes. Yeah, it's really cold here. It got really cool yesterday and today. It's like in the maybe 60 at the most, but it's pretty cool. It's been raining. Maybe there'll be tornadoes. I always pray and use frequencies, and I've been praying 7 times a day for humanity and things worldwide. And yeah, trying to keep things safe is all about the frequency you put out. I've learned how to use that in those times and just being aware. You never know. I'm always aware on that. Tornadoes scare the crap out of me. So, you know, all one can do is pray and have hope. All right, guys, much love and light. I'll talk to you guys soon.